Hey, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking by. So today we're going to talk about what is love from a biblical standpoint and a worldly standpoint. Um, let's get right into it because there's going to be a lot of tricky ways to see this. And this is where the Bible studies will come in. But in the worldly way of love, I can just give a few examples and I'm pretty sure we can all resonate. And if we can't, we might in the future, if not currently going through it. So I think love from a worldly point of view has a lot of expectations, promises, um, holidays that you need to upkeep, and people pleasing in a way that keeps you bound. It's almost it's conditional, right? That's how I see it from a worldly perspective. And from a biblical perspective, love is just the complete opposite from what I've been studying and what I try to continuously study. Is that from a biblical standpoint, love is kind, love is patient, love is, I think, should be the first in line. I should say is actually very, very forgiving. And love biblically comes with a lot of humiliation, and that's just simply because we are in the world, but a lot of us are still of the world. And that comes down to understanding the spiritual intelligence through God's eyes of the worldly love and the biblical love. And that's just my view. So I'm going to repeat it. That the worldly love is, expecting gifts, very, very, it just has a lot of expectation. It's deep, but it can also be very unforgiving, where it breaks you in half, and then it becomes like, oh, there's no love anymore. But when you have the Bible study and the faith-based love is the complete opposite. It's just totally forgiving. It's forgiving of self, understanding your purpose in love. It's kind, it's patient, it has humiliation involved. A lot of the oppositions are included biblically on how to manage love. And you'll understand love is just literally one big thing that is combined, where the world has seen it as just one-sided. And there's so lack of forgiveness there. There's a lot of grudge holding when it comes to love. So love is a very wide range to explain. But what do I think? How do I go about love? I go about it with studying my Bible, that I do practice patience. I do practice to watch what I say. I do practice to just not see it as a one-sided thing. When I'm demonstrating love, it's the love that's not the way the world would say, treat people as you want to be treated, but treat even those who are not treating you well, treat them still with love. And that can be tricky, right? So there will be some Bible studies about this exact subject, but I just wanted to share this introduction this way, that I'm trying to fully practice from a faith base, to be forgiving. Don't treat people the way I want to be treated, because even sometimes I may fluctuate, and just understand that love is one way in saying it, and it's multiple uses, no matter how you're feeling or what you're feeling, that you must be kind at all times, forgive, go through things, explain, be patient, kind, watching your mouth, and if you didn't watch your mouth and you made a mistake upon the other person, to be in self-discipline and aware of that, and definitely not being afraid to apologize. And if you're not forgiven by the other person, that's okay. And it should be okay for you, because you simply have built a relationship with God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. Once you've received these things, and we will go through and study together how to begin that journey if you're already in that journey, and how to stay in that journey. So love is 100% kindness, patient, constantly giving of yourself, no matter how you feel, no matter how scared you feel, to just completely drop the worldly things that we've grown up into, have been indoctrinated with, and taught, but not to ignore those worldly things. But actually, I can take that back. It's how to include the worldly stuff, knowing that it's not harmful biblically. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's everything that you're going to experience, and it's going to teach you exactly how to stay in love from God's promise, God's fruits. And that's what I believe love is. It's just 100% all in, and having a relationship with God first. Because without God's love and understanding and our purpose why we're here, you won't know how to maintain your friendship, your family, your children, your nieces, nephews, grandmas, grandpas, anybody or anything that you chose to adopt in your life, or that has been put in your life to assign to take care of. It could be your job. You still have to have love in that, not just doing it, but being an employee to other people. So once we understand that we're not just made to live for ourselves, we've been made to serve other things other than ourselves, because then what is life, and what is understanding your purpose if you're not taking care of something, a person, place, or thing? You won't know what that is, which would be a self-love, and that can turn into selfishness. And that's a worldly thing that happens when there's a lack of relationship at home with yourself. Forgive the alarm. I just paused there so the sound can fade away and I can continue. But yes, you have to have that relationship with the Lord and study about it, go through these verses, and constantly just work so hard to inviting yourself into these teachings, so you'll understand how to manage them, to completely know what love is, but from a biblical stance, from a biblical point of view, and not the worldly point of view, because the worldly hurts, but Bible spiritually is so much joy there, eternal. It's not happiness, it's eternal joy. It gets tested almost every day, especially when you surrender to such a side, but it's worth it. So I think I'll wrap it up right there. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below. But I will definitely have some ongoing subjects about what is love. But I think it's an unconditional one. So thank you so much. Kindly subscribe. Again, leave your comments below. I will do my best to answer them. And if you have any positivity to share about biblical love, or any opinions about, the worldly love and the biblical love, anything that's been talked about here, definitely share it there, and let's let's talk. Let's grow. God bless.